What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a wonderful week so far. I can't imagine you having a bad week when the markets are this beautiful green color. Look at Bitcoin up almost 5.5%, Ethereum 15%, absolutely skyrocketing, Tezos 22%. We're going to get into this. Actually, there was some news circulating about Ethereum, which if it does turn out to be true, man, the bulls are about to get set loose. So we're going to talk about that. You can see Ethereum currently having a very massive rally. Now, this does tend to happen when you do have Bitcoin sort of cooling off. You can see Bitcoin kind of just trekking along sideways. Now, we did break 10,500. In fact, we got up to 10,600 on CME futures. Currently, we pulled back about $200. So we're going to get into the price action. Obviously, we got to talk about altcoins. We got to talk about Bitcoin. Oh, yeah, and the fact that the mainstream media is suddenly bullish on Bitcoin again. We'll get into that. Not to mention that Bitcoin is currently looking to break some very key levels very soon, so we're going to get into that as well. And there is a scam currently, unfortunately, going around, so if you're new to crypto, I do want to go into this. It's very important. I don't want you guys to get caught up in this. We'll talk about that in just a bit. And one other bit of news as well, we have Fed chairman showing support for private crypto transactions. Is this true? We're going to get into all that today, and if that sounds good to you, you know what to do. And if you are not subscribed to the Crypto Zombie channel, well, what are you waiting for? You're probably missing out at this point. And don't forget, guys, every Monday we give away a Ledger Nano S to one lucky winner. Drop a comment on any video, and you are eligible. Now, giving this a quick refresh live, guys, we have a market cap of over $300 billion. I can't remember the last time the market cap was over $300 billion for all of cryptocurrencies, so take a moment. Pat yourself on the back. Congratulations, guys. We did it. Now, I'm not saying that we can't have a pullback. We all know 20%, 30% pullbacks are very common in Bitcoin and crypto, but having a look, we have Hedera hash graph up 112%. My goodness, I think it's safe to say alt season is certainly back, my friends. We've been talking about it, but the time has finally come. Blockstack, Nervos, Terra, Monacoin, Bytecoin, Tezos, Siacoin, Ethereum, Chiliz, Nexa. All right. We don't need to go through all of them right now. You could see right here, though, Bitcoin broke out of this sort of ascending wedge we've been putting ourselves in for quite some time. In fact, you could see this is starting to look like quite a parabolic move. Now, honestly, when we do have these insane parabolic moves, especially when the price just starts going, straight up in the air, there might be a pullback, guys. There may be time for, those profits to be taken. So just be careful out there, rushing in and just, selling the house, but, to get into Bitcoin. Now you can see right here, we got up to $10,630 on CME futures. We did close the gap that we had on Monday. And don't forget, we have another gap up at $11,800. Are we going to hit that? Are we going to hit that before the halving? I mean, at this, if we keep going up at this rate, we're going to end up hitting it by the end of this month. Now you can see right here, we finally got above this level, this key level at around 10,400. The reason for that is the blue zone. You can see it provided some support back here when we had those major dips coming off of the bull market of 2017. And currently, right here, it was the top of the China pump. Well, guys, we're teetering on it. Bitcoin's not sure if it wants to break out or not. This is a very critical level, probably one of the most critical levels right now for Bitcoin. But I want to talk about what is going on the daily. Now, we know on the weekly, we already had our golden cross, right? Now, looking over at the daily, it looks like we potentially could be having the 50, which is this golden line right here, looking to intersect with the 200 daily moving average. Now, keep in mind, we already had our golden cross right here, okay, on the 50 and the 100, but I'm just going to kind of draw these lines because they obviously don't exist yet. But, you could kind of see the trajectory of the 50 moving up like, maybe something like this. And look at this. We have the 200, maybe the 200 is going to start to curve up, something like this. And we could be looking for another golden cross maybe by the end of this month. And, just to kind of put it into perspective, the last time that we had a cross like that was basically back in April of last year, where the Bitcoin price basically went from around $5,000 and skyrocketed all the way up over the next course of the few months to the $14,000 top. So this is definitely looking super bullish for Bitcoin. We are well above the downwards trend that we broke out of. That was around the $9,500, $9,600 level. And if we can get above this this wick to wick downtrend. You can kind of see right here where we had this one wick right here, the second wick right here. Well, that's looking to have an intersection right around the $11,355 level. And if Bitcoin can actually close, above this level by the end of this month, guys, it is over. It is done. You're not going to buy Bitcoin at 10,000, 9,000, 8,000. Forget these $6,500 calls. It's done. It's over. It is bull market. That's it. We're going for like the next 2 years, guys. This thing is going to be full blown. So I don't want to be like too much of a bull right now. We could be due for a pullback. It's very common to see 20, 30% pullbacks, but at this rate, with what Bitcoin has been doing, and especially Ethereum and these other cryptos, well, I hope you guys loaded up on your bags. That's basically all I can say. But funny enough now, all of a sudden you do have, and we are going to get into the scam in just a second, but I wanted to kind of keep it around the price action for this part of the video. Then we'll talk about the scam. But you can see right here, Bitcoin alert from CNBC's Fast Money. Let me just play this clip for you right now. So funny how some of these anchors that were skeptical a month ago, now they're all hopping on the Bitcoin wagon, right? Is it time to sell? You let me know, but check out this clip and then we'll talk about it.
How's that for a graphic? Bitcoin's boom time continues back above 10,000. Get this. If you're not paying attention, you probably should be. Bitcoin is now up 44% this year. So, Tim, we went from like 0 to 20,000, back to 4,000, now back to 10,000. Is anything different this time around?
I think what's different is, first of all, you've shaken out a lot of weak players. You've shaken out a lot of the momentum. You've certainly gone further down the road in terms of institutional follow through. You've certainly had major banks in the world talk about their own blockchain platforms. You've had a dynamic where money's become freer than free. Gold's been rallying. Why shouldn't Bitcoin be rallying?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that last part, if you talk about a Fed just gone nuts as Guy thinks it has, or all the central banks going nuts, that's part of the bull case for Bitcoin, plus institutional interest as well.
Yeah, but listen, so we got rates lower, we got gold up, we got utilities up, we got Bitcoin up, so it's all acting like safe haven. That just takes me back to the MAGA trade, what's going on there. That just seems very bifurcated in this market where they're doing that heavy lifting, but these other things that we identify as safe haven assets have really perked up.
Possible coronavirus impact here. I know a lot of the buyers come from that part of the world, and you wonder if they're looking to protect their money, maybe hiding it in Bitcoin.
Perhaps, but I do think to Karen's point, I believe that in a world where central bankers are tripping over themselves to devalue their currency, Bitcoin wins. In the world of fiat currencies, Bitcoin is the victor, Brian.
And it certainly has been, up 44% this year.
So you can see there is a total different perspective amongst all these anchors. Also, where was BK? Where's Brian Kelly? Don't they always have him on for the Bitcoin talks? But, it's just funny how around when it's 3,000, right? Nobody wants to touch it. 4,000, 5,000. Now it's over 10,000. Everybody wants to get involved again, right? That's just how it is. But to everyone that's been sticking it out during this entire market, dollar cost averaging, being patient, the time has finally come for everyone to pay off. And we're going to talk about, Powell in just a minute. But look, before we get to that, you can see Grayscale, which is the largest institutional asset manager in crypto, is now holding around 277,000 Bitcoin, worth about $2.866 billion. Now, why would these guys have this much Bitcoin if there wasn't a demand for Bitcoin, right? You can see right here, the firm says the total investment across all of their products are around $607 million. That figure is higher than all cumulative investments from 2013 to 2018. Basically combined. The company says institutional investors with deep pockets are fueling much of the growth. 71% of 2019 investments came from institutional investors. Client base expanded by 24%, with existing clients accounting for more than 75% of the capital raised, and 36% of Grayscale clients now have allocations to multiple products within the Grayscale product suite. So if this is not showing you that there is a demand from the institutional investors, you've seen Fidelity recommending 3%, CME recommending 2%. Come on, guys. Wake up, okay? The world is going digital, and you can see right here, it says at a recent crypto finance conference, you had Grayscale's managing director said that institutional money has arrived. He said, I think one of the areas that's already underway is taking the share of the gold market or Bitcoin or other digital assets emerging as this essentially new generation of a digital store of value. He says perhaps gold and other things may have had that type of investment that had a place in a portfolio when the world was a much more physical place, for better or for worse. And he argues that it's for the better. The world has gone digital. And so it's time to start thinking about what constitutes a digital store of value. And so we start looking at things like Bitcoin. Look around. Stop what you're doing right now. Take a look to your left. Take a look to your right. What are people doing? They're using their phones. They're sending payments on Venmo, on PayPal. They're using their credit cards. Kids are using V-Bucks on Fortnite, right? You have like kids literally watching YouTube shows. I mean, we are just growing up in a digital era. Physical cash is going to be something that's going to be absolutely laughable moving forward. And why would Bitcoin not be at the center of this digital revolution? Of course it's going to be, right? So, moving on right here, let me talk about these scams, guys, because this is really important. I don't want to lose you. Number one, we have another YouTube scam. I know most of you know about this, but the thing is, these guys are getting crazy. I don't know if they hacked Coinbase Pro or how the heck they got this verified check mark, but this is apparently from Coinbase Pro, and I'm not going to click on this link, but you can see giveawaycoinbase.com, okay? And essentially what they want you to do is, well, you send them Bitcoin and they'll send you more back, right? You can see right here, guys, do not, I don't even want to show it. Look, here it is, do not scan this, do not send it to this, okay? But basically they're saying a 10,000 Bitcoin giveaway. Look at all these transactions. I don't know if they're real or fake, but giving this a refresh on the blockchain. Let's see if they made any more since this morning. Yeah, look at that. They've made about another 0.1 Bitcoin. So people are actively being scammed as we're speaking. Guys, don't scan this address. But you can see right here, do not trust these giveaways are fake, okay? Just please stay away from them, and YouTube needs to get their act together and start really filtering out the channels that are doing this. Now, here is the other one. Now, this is Kick Token. Kick Token has been doing, wait, what's this? It's down 33%, down 41% ETH value. What's going on? It just sprung up out of nowhere, made its way to rank 34. Well, first of all, let me just point out the volume. Now, for a number 34 cryptocurrency having 690,000 USD volume, guys, that is exceptionally low. Let me just put that into perspective. You can see right here, Dogecoin, which is sitting just 2 spots above Kick Token, is doing $182 million worth of volume. This is Dogecoin. It's a meme coin. It's a coin based on an internet dog, okay? And it's doing 182 million where you could see 690,000 from Kick Token. So that should be the first red flag. You can obviously see right here, it's taken an absolute plummet, but really what they're doing is they're sending airdrops, okay? So random wallets are getting these 888,888 Kick tokens dropped to your wallet. Great, awesome, free money, right? Wrong. It's not free. It's actually frozen, okay? First of all, this should totally show you how centralized it is right now. But in order to unfreeze it, what do you have to do? Well, you have to send it over to KickX, which is their exchange. Okay, great. I'll send the tokens over there and then I'll be able to get my money, right? Wrong again. You have to then go through a stringent KYC process where you essentially have to give away all of your information for who knows what. I don't know what they plan on doing with your information, but I definitely wouldn't be giving it away to this exchange. Oh, which isn't even up yet. It's not even running, guys. If you have a look at their roadmap, they're not even looking to launch the alpha until Q2 of this year. So you get money sent to your account, it's frozen. If you send it out, you can only send it to this exchange, which isn't even up and running. And if you want to send it there, you have to then fill out KYC. Guys, I don't know what their plan is. I don't know what this is, but to me, this is just too many red flags. The volume is too low. It's very suspicious. Why do you need KYC for an exchange that isn't even up and running yet? I would stay away from this. If you receive free Kick tokens, forget about them. Consider them garbage at this point. And if you're looking to invest in Kick token, I would stay as far away from it as possible. And if you want a little bit more of information on this, I actually want to give a shout out to my buddy, Bitboy Crypto. Man, he's been absolutely smashing it lately. If you haven't followed Bitboy, definitely check him out. He talks a lot more about altcoins and, as you can see, he does like scam warnings and stuff. Look at this. Look at this. Here's this right here. The Coinbase live giveaway, 11,000 people watching. This is a freaking scam, guys. But anyway, if you go to Bitboy's most recent video, which I'm actually going to give a like to, you'll see he actually, talks about, I don't really remember all the specifics in here, but he does go into, basically the whole scam. What is this down here? Please note that frozen tokens will not unlock by themselves. Yeah, so definitely check Bitboy out. He's been absolutely killing it, cracking all these scams and stuff like that, but please stay away from that, guys. Okay, moving on, we have Fed chairman shows support for private crypto transactions. Okay, guys, he didn't really come out and say that. I think we're blowing this a little bit out of proportion. What he actually said specifically was a ledger where you know everybody's payment is not something that would be particularly attractive in the context of the US, maybe in China, right? So he didn't actually come out and specifically say those words together. If you guys are interested, I did drop the actual clip. It's like only 30 seconds long. This is over on my official Twitter if you guys want. It's at the Crypto Zombie. Yeah, I mean, check it out if you want to follow me. I mean, I try to post over there as frequently as I can. But yeah, essentially, but it's kind of funny though. Think about it, right? Why would they want it to be perfectly traceable, right? Think about all the nefarious activities that are done with the US dollar, right? They try to play it off like Bitcoin and cryptos are like, the real, what do you want to call it? Criminal choices, but they're not, guys. It's still the US dollar, right? So these guys know that, and they don't want you tracing what they're doing either. So that's just my opinion sort of on that. But here's the big news for Ethereum. So JPMorgan's blockchain unit Quorum and Joseph Lubin's Ethereum accelerator ConsenSys are currently discussing a merger, according to, take it with a grain of salt, people familiar with the plans. But not only is Quorum built on Ethereum, but JP Morgan's JPM coin, their stable coin that they're going to be using to, send payments between institutional accounts, is on top of Quorum as well, right? Which is, using Ethereum. So they say it's unlikely that a formal deal will be announced at any time soon, as talks do remain ongoing. The financial details are yet to be confirmed, but if this does come out to be true, this is going to provide so much validity in the eyes of the public for Ethereum. And if you think this rally that you've seen just in the past month is crazy, well, let's just say that $1,400 all-time high for Ethereum, which is only what, 5.5x away. It's going to look like peanuts, guys. So not financial advice, not telling you to pick up some Ethereum. Obviously, I always suggest holding the majority in Bitcoin. That's just my opinion. But yeah, guys, Ethereum definitely looks like they're looking to make some moves. Now, obviously, you do have Tezos as well, right? And things like that. We do have competitors out there. But just keep an eye on that moving forward. Now, unfortunately, guys, we do have some bad news. We do have some more crypto bans. We've had crypto bans on YouTube, right? We've seen even Martini Guy. He's been getting hit again recently. Now you've had popular mailing service MailChimp banning Crypto Potato. I love Crypto Potato. They're one of my favorite, sources for news. And essentially, they're basically disabling their account. So, I mean, if you were on their mailing list, I think it's a free mailing list. I'm pretty sure. I don't know that I think it's a free mailing list, but, definitely go check out Crypto Potato, get subscribed, show these guys some love. I mean, they spent a long time building up this mailing list and now, they're basically being denied using this service. So, I don't know, just go show them some love. Check it out. It's a shame to still see crypto being banned still, it's still being, purged, okay? Okay, this is kind of like not so great news for the crypto community, but unfortunately, Andrew Yang has dropped out of the 2020 race. You got to be honest, though. It is kind of tough following up a guy like Donald Trump. I mean, he's definitely a president that the U.S. has never seen before. Andrew Yang, he's not necessarily as aggressive. His reasons for pulling out, you can definitely check that out. But what I do love about Yang is he really showed us that there is that possibility for forward thinking. I loved his views on technology. He was very open about cryptocurrency, very supportive of things like Bitcoin. So, I mean, hey, if he's not running for the 2020 presidential election, I hope he does still remain vocal, in the crypto space and still kind of push for that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency adoption and regulation moving forward. I mean, right? You got to take what you can get. But guys, I don't want to end on a bad story today. Let's end on something cool. Now, like I said before in my previous videos, one of the things that really could push Ethereum adoption is the idea of tokenizing things, right? Tokenizing real assets in the real world. Now, this isn't actually technically related to Ethereum. This is actually Stellar X, which is a competitor sort of, but you could see that Perth Glory owner Tony Sage says that he is close to finalizing a deal to sell the majority of his stake in the A-League club to a London-based cryptocurrency group, right? So you could see that he's looking to basically give about 80% of the stake to the group, which is the London Football Exchange. He's been negotiating with them for weeks, and he's going to end up keeping 20%. And he would be the chairman as of March 1st if the deal was to go through. So you can see right here that the London Football Exchange is the world's first football club stock exchange that will allow fans, traders, and investors to acquire shares. And honestly, I think this is going to be a big thing moving forward. I think you're going to see the tokenization of, houses, real estate, teams, right? Maybe even the players themselves are going to tokenize themselves. Who knows? And this is going to be something moving forward. You're going to see smart contracts getting involved. And basically what you're going to see is a lot of the middlemen in today's society, they're going to be out of a job, okay? Because you're going to be having smart contracts. For example, like imagine signing a wedding, prenup or something like that. Oh my God, this beautiful green. I can't stop looking at it. But, imagine like a wedding prenup, right? But you do it with a smart contract and you tokenize those assets. And then you use something like an Oracle, maybe something like Chainlink or something like that to actually, feed the data into the smart contract. Wouldn't that be awesome, guys? Is that not the future? Let me know what you guys think about this moving forward. But on that note, I think that's enough for today. Wow. All right, guys. That's it for me. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. You guys rock. You're the reason that I do this every single day. If you are not subscribed, get subscribed, damn it. And also check out my free Telegram group. It's just a bunch of guys. We hang out. It's not paid or anything like that. It's totally free. We just talk about different signals. Some of us in there are doing leverage trading. Others are doing altcoin trading, investments, fundamental analysis of projects. And we do try to keep it as friendly and as non-hostile as possible, to the best that we can. Definitely check it out, guys. That's it for me. That is it for me. Thank you so much again for coming back to the channel. If you want the ledger, drop a comment. If not, thanks for stopping by. My name is K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto. Of course, peace out.